Hello, you are most welcome. I'm Teacher Ivan from Wuuna Educational Services. We are still looking at logarithms, and our third question says solve for x given that part A 2 log x plus log 2 equals to log 18. So we are looking at how we apply the laws of logarithms in solving or simplifying logarithmic problems. However, we have a log that directs us on what to do when we have addition. But before we apply the law of addition, we must first apply the law that talks about the coefficient of the log, whereby we saw that the figure behind the logarithm powers x. And 2, since we don't have bases on our logarithms, then it is automatically base 10. And therefore, we can write this as 2 log x base 10 plus log 2 base 10 equaling to log 18 base 10. Then we take the coefficient to become the power of x, whereby we shall have log x squared now base 10 plus log 2 base 10 equaling to log 18 base 10. So our first step was to let the coefficient or the figure behind our logarithm become power of x. That is it. After that, we can now apply the law of addition, whereby when we are adding logarithms of the same bases, we simply multiply the powers. That is to say, we shall consider log base 10. Now we multiply the powers, that is x squared into 2, giving us log base 10 power 18. So since we were adding, therefore we multiplied the powers and we consider one logarithm. That is, we shall have log base 10. When we multiply, we get 2x squared, giving us log base 10 18. When you reach this point, we can easily cancel out the logarithms since they are the same, and we consider the powers. That is 2x squared equaling to 18. We divide by 2, hence remaining with x squared by 2 1 by 2 9 equaling to 9. We get the square root since we want the value of x, or we are solving for x. This one reduces with the square root, you get x. The square root of 9 is 3 or negative 3. However, with logarithms, we take the positive root. So we shall say therefore our x equals to 3. That is how we shall work out part A. Let us go to part B of number 3. Part B says 4 log x base 4 minus log 2x base 4 equaling to 1. Still, in this case we have minus, but before we deal with the minus, we must first of all bring the coefficient of the logarithm to become power of x. So that is, we shall have log x now power 4 base 4 minus log 2x base 4 equaling to 1. That is our first step to bring this up so that it becomes a power of x. Then after that, we now consider the subtraction law. Since we are subtracting, therefore we shall divide the first power by the second power. That is log 4 x power 4 divided by 2x equaling to 1. We divide the first power by the second power when we are subtracting, so that we come up with that. Here we shall simplify. This gives us log base 4. We can reduce the x because this is a power 1, and when we borrow a leaf from indices, when we are dividing, we subtract the powers, so that becomes x power 4 minus 1 over 2 equaling to 1, which gives us log base 4 x power 3 over 2 equaling to 1. And from this, we have two alternatives. One is to apply a law which says that if I have log a base b equaling to c, then a equals to b power c. So this one is in this form, whereby for log base 4 x cubed over 2 equaling to 1, if you compare this with that, then this is our a, so that is x cubed over 2 equals to the base, which is 4 power 1. Hence, this is a fraction. We make this a fraction and cross multiply. This multiplies with that to give us x cubed, and it multiplies with the 4. 4 power 1 is 4 times 2 gives us 8. And then we shall have the cube root of each side, so that we end up with our x as 2. That is one alternative. Or we can also apply another law. We come back to this stage. The other law could be, we also introduce log on this side, whereby don't forget that 1, we shall say, but 1 is the same as log. Since they have used the base 4, therefore it is log power 4 base 4. Remember, we said that when the base is the same as the power, that equals to 1. So we can replace the 1 with log 4 base 4. That gives us log base 4 x cubed over 2 equaling to log 4 4. And then from here we can cancel out the logarithms so that we end up with x cubed over 2 equaling to 4 over 1. Since this is a fraction, we also make this a fraction and cross multiply, which is x cubed times 1 giving us x cubed, 2 times 4 giving us 8. After that we get the cube root of both sides, whereby we get x equaling to 2. So those are the two alternatives of how we can solve such a problem. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with classmates, friends, and family. We are Wuuna Educational Services, ready to move with you through your academic journey. Please, we meet for number 3, part C and D.